John lives at home with the support of his mum and dad, Lynn and Peter James. He has a care package to help him with mobility, personal care and getting him ready to go to the daycare centre, where he goes 3 days a week. The care staff visit him twice daily, in the morning and again at night. John has been suffering from abdominal pain, which has led to issues with swallowing and reflux. In order to investigate further, it's necessary for John to have a gastroscopy. John needs some support to make his basic needs known. Good morning, John. How are you?
Well, he's not been feeling very well lately, have you, John? I mean, he finds it difficult to express himself, but he can understand some things. I mean, I can understand what he needs.
Okay. John, do you remember last time you came to see me and we talked about the problems with your tummy? We're going to have a look inside there to see what's causing that pain you're feeling. Now, I'm going to need you to lie down and take some medicine that'll make you feel a bit sleepy. And then we'll put a tiny tube into your mouth. Now there's a camera on the end of that tube that'll let us see inside your tummy. Now the test should help us work out how to stop that pain you're feeling. Without it, we might not know what's causing the problem.
Do you want your drink?
Okay. This is me in my surgical kit. And this is the equipment that'll show us what's causing that problem. Okay?
I'm his mum. Can I sign the consent form for him? I mean, the pain's been getting a lot worse and he's not sleeping. The GP's given him some tablets to help him to sleep, but they don't seem to be working.
Before we can carry out any procedures, we need to find out if John can understand, weigh up, retain and communicate the information about the test and treatment. Now, no one can consent to treatment for health and welfare on behalf of anyone else unless they're a lasting power of attorney or a court-appointed deputy. Are you or Mr. James registered as his court-appointed deputy?
We've not got around to sorting that out yet. John can't tell us when he's not feeling well, but we know when something's wrong. I mean, he's off his food and he's not watching his favourite TV programmes.
John's been seen by the speech therapist to see if there are any aids to help him express his views. The therapist has confirmed that John cannot weigh up or understand the information about the gastroscopy and he cannot communicate any views on the decision. Now, the Mental Capacity Act says that the best interest principle applies to any act done or any decision made on behalf of someone where there's a reasonable belief that they lack capacity. So, as the person that will carry out the procedure, I can make the decision for John in his best interest to go ahead. Now, the MCA requires me to consult with other people on their views of what's in John's best interest to see if they have any information about his wishes and views and beliefs and values. Now, his GP has already written to me explaining about the problems that he's been experiencing and asking me to find out what's causing the problem so it can be treated. Now, Mr. and Mrs. James, what do you think that John would say if he could make this decision himself?
He's off his food. He's not watching his favourite television programmes. And, well, he's in terrible pain, especially at night.
He hasn't been able to go to the centre some mornings, because he's looking so off colour and poorly. I mean, he loves going there and mixing with his friends. He wouldn't want to keep missing it.
Okay, I see. When working out what's in John's best interest, it's important to take into account all the relevant factors where it will be reasonable to consider. We mustn't act or make decisions based on what we think we would want to do if we were the person that lacked capacity.
So what happens now?
Well, based on what we've talked about, I think we should go ahead. If we do nothing, it's highly likely that John's condition will worsen because we don't know how to treat it. We'll record our discussion and we'll make plans to book a gastroscopy. You'll get a letter in the post with a date to bring him in.
Okay. Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome. See you next time, John.